Hello there, college algebra students. This is Mr. Kashi speaking. I wanted to take this video and go through some 7.2 review on ellipses and circles. So a couple of things. One, you will have your cheat sheet out, hopefully, and the one that we're going to be using is here at the right. I'm just going to go through 4 examples, 2 ellipses, 2 circles, and this would be to find the characteristics of an ellipse. So it says find the center, vertices, and foci of the equation. And so over here to the right, we have the equation, or the cheat sheet, and on here to the left we have the equation. And the first thing that I would always find are these 4 things here. We have H, we have K, we have A, we have B, and then and so in this case you can see that it is the major axis is vertical because the larger number is below the y term. So our h, and remember it's always opposite in the parentheses, so our h would be 4, our k would be -3, our a would be the square root of 169, so our a would be 13, and our b would be the square root of 25, which would be 5. Really what we're going to need for our focus is we're going to need our C term. And our C is going to be a little bit more work with finding what C is. And so here we'd have C equals the square root of 169 minus 25, which that would be the square root of 144, and the square root of 144 would just be 12. Okay, and so now we have all of the things that we need. We can use these kind of terms here to help us the rest of the way. So our center is just going to be HK, so that would be 4, -3. We have two vertices. That is going to be H and then K plus and minus A. So it's going to be H is 4, and then we have K plus A, which is going to be -3 plus 13, so that would be 10. And then we have 4, we have K minus A, so that'd be -13, or sorry, -3 minus 13, and that would be a -16. And then we need to find our foci. That's going to be 2 different points. So our foci is going to be H again, and K plus or minus C. So we're going to have 4, and then we have K plus C, so that would be -3 plus 12, which that would be a 9, and then we have 4 again, and we have -3 minus 12, which would be a -15. So that would, obviously you're pretty reliant on your cheat sheet over here, finding the center, the vertices, and the focus, or the foci of the ellipse for the equation up top. Another example, we're just going to find, so if we were to graph this in Alex, we just need to find the center, the vertices, and the covertices. So in this case, we would just need H, K, A, and B. We wouldn't need C in this case because C is just for the focus. And so H we have -2, and K we have a +2. Our A in this case would be the square root of 9, which would be 3, and B would be the square root of 4, which is 2. So just to find our center, we would have -2, 2. Our vertices would be H plus A, and remember now this is the 9 is below the X, so we're going to have a horizontal major axis, so it's a little bit different orientation than what we had before. So the vertices would be H plus A, so we have -2 plus 3, which that would be a 1, and then we just have our K term, which is 2, and then we have H minus A, so that would be -2 minus 3, that would be a -5. And then our K term of 2. And our our co-vertices, we'd be using this. Okay. Co-vertices, we just have h, which is going to be -2. And then that's going to be k plus b. So 2 plus 2, that would be 4. And then once again, we have -2. And then we have k minus b. So that would be 2 minus 2, which would be 0. On Alex, when you go to actually graph these, really you're just going to need the center point. You're just going to need a vertice and one co-vertice. You would not need both when you're graphing them on Alex. So moving on to circles. Circles are a little bit easier. Just to review, we'd have our center HK, right, with these two here, and then this is going to be our radius for R. So in this case, they're just telling us what these are, and we just got to plug them in. So here we have h of -6, so we'd have minus -6 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 4 squared. And really you just need to clean it up a little bit and just say, okay, x plus 6 squared, and then we have y minus 5 squared equals 16. And that's how you'd write the equation for that circle right there. And then the last one, also about a circle, is just how to graph a circle. Really what you need two things. You're going to need a center and a radius. So your center, in this case, is going to be 4, opposite of -4, and a -2. And then your radius is going to be the square root of 25, which is 5. And you need those to graph on Alex. Those are the only two things that you need to graph on Alex. So hopefully this was a review for you, and that it helps you complete those problems reviewing for our 7-2 Alex assignment.